Hello all. Hope you are doing well. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are
नहीं कुछ
audible.
नहीं अभी पहनूंगी है सिर्फ एक हाफ स्वेटर है तेरा अभी बताऊं मैं अभी पहनूंगी
Miss Vanshika Agarwal, please unmute yourself. Sorry, mute yourself. Yes, guys. So good afternoon all. Mm. So I hope you are aware now by seeing the screen. You came to know about today's topic. I hope, right? So today we'll be dealing upon Internet of Things. Okay. Yeah. As daily I tell, please maintain the decorum. Don't unmute yourself, and you know, don't on your cameras. Okay. Stay muted. Let's continue our session smoothly. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Am I audible clearly, or you are facing some problem?
Audible, sir.
Yeah, it's clear, right? Yeah. I'll try my best to talk on a full pitch because we regularly take our sessions. So I can't tell you, or I can't assure you that I'll be speaking louder. I'll try my best. Yep. So before diving into all the introduction and all kind of stuff, so how many of you are aware of this Internet of Things? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no. Okay, so first let's see what is the what is a definition of our Internet of Things, and then I'll slowly explain you the things, and then at the end, as we daily do, we'll have a practical session on our IBM cloud. There we'll be creating a weather monitoring application, a small application there. Okay. And before at the beginning itself, I want to mention that today we'll not be dealing with the hardware kind of stuff. Okay. So I don't have presently hardware with me, so I'll be using the simulators. Okay. I'll be using the simulator, and then I'll be building
Sir, your
the
voice is bit low.
see, I'm using my Bluetooth, and for me my audio, my all my volumes are high. So if you want, I can disconnect the Bluetooth and speak normal. So should I disconnect the Bluetooth?
As you wish, sir.
Is anything is fine for me. I just want you people, my voice should be clear.
It's okay, sir. You continue.
Yeah, thanks for that confirmation. Okay, so let's start from point of view. Like I want to know what is Internet of Things in your point. Then I'll start with the definition and kind of stuff. No, that's not correct. Yeah, Abhirami, I can't say that it's 100% out, 100% correct, but somewhat it matches. Yeah, that's because you are a bit closer. Okay, let's see our definition first. Connecting everyday things embedded with electronic software and sensors to the internet, enabling to collect and exchange the data. Okay, this is a static definition. This is a base definition of our Internet of Things. If as in mathematics and all, we'll have standard definitions to the particular algorithms, or state or proof, they say something kind of things, and then we have to give the definitions there, right? So in the same format, there is a standard definition of our IoT, that is nothing but connecting everyday things embedded with electronics, softwares, and sensors to the internet, enabling them to collect and exchange the data. Okay, so this is your definition of IoT. Yeah. Now, basically, who has termed this Internet of Things? A person called Kevin Ashton has termed this as Internet of Things. Okay. The person you can see on your slide, he is Mr. Kevin Ashton. He is the person who has coined the term called Internet of Things. My audio is not mute. Are you visit? Is it audible to you? Yes, in Amman OP, you have to check your. Okay, let me disconnect my Bluetooth. Now is it audible? Now is it fine? Okay, so then let's continue. So I hope you are clear with the definition, right? Definition of our IoT. And whenever you guys attend for some interview kind of thing, the first basic question will be this: what is IoT? If you are attending for IoT intern, or IoT developer, some or IoT engineer, your first question be what is IoT? And if your HR wants to go dive, if he wants to dive deeper, then he might ask the person who has coined the name as well. So to keep you in a safer side, I have told you like the person name who has coined the term called Internet of Things. That is Kevin Ashton, and the definition is something like this: connecting everyday things to the connecting everyday things embedded with electronic software sensors to the internet, enabling them to collect and exchange the data. Okay, this is that definition. Now let's move on to our next slide. What are the benefits? Before let's complete this benefits, and then talk about the applications. Applications of IoT, and why I'm telling the terms called embedded with electronic softwares and sensors, all these kind of things, why I'm using all this kind of stuff in my definitions. Okay, let's see. When I explain you the definition, like when I explain you the application of this IoT, at that time you'll get a clear idea of why I'm using the stuff called electronic softwares and sensors. Okay, so these are some benefits of our IoT, that is technical optimizations, improved data collection, improved performance, and improved customer engagement, and new revenue streams. Okay, technical optimization is nothing but, for example, if I take a machine, a huge machine in an industry. Now when I give some smartness to it, what happens? uh, for example, let me not go to the industry part of thing. Let me go with a car. Let me go with our daily usage. Well, we use our cars in our daily life, right? Will you? Are you using the cars in your daily life? Yep, right. So let me take that example. Now you can find, like in many of cars, you can find a sensor, a seat belt warning. How many of you found a seat belt warning? If you don't wear your seat belts, a warning, continuous, a beep sound, or a continuous notification kind of thing will be always, yep, blinking on our dashboards. Yeah, it blinks. So that is the reason. Now how it blinks, like how it will be knowing that we are wearing the seat belt or not. No, it's not for certain speed so much. Now it's mandatory. You have to wear a seat belt. Yes, sensors. Now where do these sensors are fit? In some of the cars, yeah, it might, yeah, it will be in a belt locks, as well as in some of the cars what happens, the belt, the belt which you keep on your body, in that as well you will be having a sensors. So how does it recognize? It is nothing but a pressure sensor. So we'll be having a pressure sensors. That pressure sensors will be used in that particular belt. This model was proposed by one of our seniors to the L&T company, where we designed a seat belt which has sensors in it, in that particular seat belt. Okay, so not in your lock system, you'll be having a sensors in between the belt which comes onto your body, right? On that belt you'll be having a pressure sensor. Based on that, you'll be knowing whether you are wearing the seats or seat belts or not. That is something like technical optimizations. And next, improve data collection. Now what happens, for example, for this, let us take the example of our weather monitoring system now, which we'll be dealing today. Okay, so just connect your sensors. Connect your DHT sensor, which the sensor which we use to collect our temperature and humidity. Okay, our DHT11. Okay, DHT11 is a sensor which we use to collect the data of temperature as well as the humidity. Okay, so now what happens when we use this Internet of Things? We use some sensors kind of thing, right? Now, why with the use of the sensors, what do? We do collect the data, right? Now, for say, if I'm using a sensor and collecting, if I'm tracking the temperature from morning to evening, what happens? All the temperatures, if you say some, I'm tracking the status of a temperature for every 1 hour. So what happens from morning 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. to evening 8 p.m. or or evening 5 p.m. You say, what happens for every 1 second, I'll be getting the value of the temperature in the particular day, right? What I do, I take the value and store the value with me in the cloud, right? So what happens here, I'm storing this particular kind of data of the particular day. With that, what happens, I can use the data, I'm storing the data, and this data collection can be will be of a real-time data. It will be mostly when I was explaining you about ML, that is machine learning. I told you, when you want to do research part on this ML, you have to take your data sets or data from the government bodies. Why did I ask you? This will be the reason. There the government bodies, or the people, what they'll be doing is they'll not be uh, giving you the wrong data, or the data which they give will be accurate from the sensors. They collect the data from real life, or the real-time sensor data will be that. Okay, so here what happens, the improved data collection will be more, right? And then improve performances. For example, here, let me take a medicine box. Okay, let me take a medicine box. Okay, so people, now how many of you, like how many in your families you have your grandparents with you? Majority of you people will be having grandparents with you, right? Grandfather, grandmother, right? The elderly aged people who used to take medicines, right? Yes, right. So what happens now? They have to take their medicines at the regular time, right? For example, if our elders are suffering from so and so, let me take in my home. I have an elder who is suffering from blood pressure, that is BP. Okay, so he has to take his medicines, right, regular at a regular time of interval, that is morning, afternoon, and evening. He has to take the medicines. Okay, so what happens if we give a general medicine box to him? What happens sometimes, the cases might be which he forgets to take the medicines, right? Which he for how many of you saw that your elders forget to take the medicines? I have seen most of the times. What about you people, the people who are having your elders in your home? Like elders in the sense the aged persons. Yes, right. Of course, they'll be forgetting to make, take their medicines. For that, what we do, we add some automation we add some smartness to it, right? Not automation, we add some smartness to it. So what we do, we add a small, yep, we add a small buzzer to it. We add some small timer to it. So with that, what happens? For we set the time, right? We set some at morning 8 o'clock, or afternoon 1 o'clock, or 1:30, around 1 or 1:30, and the evening around 7 to 8 p.m. So what happens? This medicine box reminds us about our tablet. You know, reminds that we need to drink, sorry, we need to take the tablet, right? With this, what happens? The persons never, the elder people never, if they even forget to take the medicines, this our box which is there, our smart medicine box, reminds us about the medicines. With that, what happens? Elders will not be losing, will not be missing their medicines at the time, right? Am I right? Have you understood these points? Like, are you clear with this first 3 points? Yep. So now let's see about improved customer engagement. Now you might get, sir, now how does it improve the customer engagement? Right? Do you have this question? Like, how does it improves the customer engagement? Okay, let me tell you. Now, in the third point, we have taken the example of our medicine box, right? With the same example, I'll be continuing for this improved customer engagement as well. So, in our medicine boxes, what we do, we keep a medicine for, some 10 or 15 days, right? We bring our medicines for, so 10 to 15 days, or you can say a month. Okay. Now I take daily medicines, and I don't notice that whether I have how many more days I have to take this medicines, or how many medicines are left with me, right? We don't notice sometimes. Because that is my bad habit. I too don't notice if I want to take some medicines. Okay, so sometimes what happens, our medicines gets over. At that time, what we'll be doing, we'll be rushing for the medicines at that moment, right? We'll be rushing for the medicines at the peak moment. Like, I have to take medicines now, but when I open my medicine box, I see that I don't have the medicines. My medicines are done. At that time, what we do, we rush for the medicines to take the medicines, right? So by there, what we can do, by giving the smartness, by using this IoT, we can give our smartness to our medicine box, which what does it does is, see, whenever you have some 4 to 5 different medicines, okay, from that 4 different medicines, you say your 2 medicines are getting over, they are at a peak stage, that is 1 or 2 left, or 3 left. Okay, so at that time, what happens, we can set a notification, something kind of, when you have this 1 or 2 or 3 medicines left, or we have some less amount of medicines with us in our box, it gives a notification to us. Even this notification, we can set down something like this, this notification should be given to us, or the same notification can be given to a medical medical soft agent.
medical shop agent. So that what happens, this we have some particular medical shops, right, where we take medicines from that person only. So something like this, we can add a notification to him as well. So whenever our medicines gets over, we can the medicines that that notification comes to us as well as for that medical shop representative. So what happens, that representative calls us and reminds us regarding our medicine, right? So that feature can be implemented. With that feature, what happens, this customer engagements gets increased. So what happens here, as soon as I get the notification, as soon as the as soon as the medical representative gets the notification of your medicines getting over, what does he do? He let me take your questions after all these 5 points completion. Please don't type any questions now, because it is distracting my concentration. So now what happens, guys, now my notifications will be gone to my medical representative. So that what happens, my medical representative reminds me, reminds regarding that medicine, that sir, your medicines are getting over, please come and collect your medicines. So that what happens, this customer is being in touch with that particular medical representative, right? And he will be not losing this customer for a while, right? We can't say lifelong, but for a while he'll not be losing his customer. That is, his engagement is been continuing, right? Do you agree with me? Yep. So are you clear with the fourth point, that is improved customer engagement? Yeah. Now let's go to our revenue stream. The same thing what I've told you in the fourth point, same as a customer engagement. If the customer is being regular to him, the in fact the revenue will not be what we say, not be affecting for that particular medical representative, right? So I hope you are clear with its sorry fifth point as well. Are you?
Sir, will you explain the second point?
I asked you not to unmute yourself, right? Please type here in the chat, I'll do everything. I'll explain you. Okay, improved data collection is your doubt, right? Improved data collection. Now what is this improved data collection is, guys? So with these sensors, when we use the sensors, something like DHT sensor, okay, we have a sensor named DHT, okay, DHT11, okay, specific, I'm mentioning the variant also, DHT11, okay. We have a sensor called DHT11. Why do we use this sensor? Is to collect the temperature and humidity, you know, to collect the temperature and humidity. Now, when I use these sensors for the real time, I get the data of my temperature and my humidity. It might be in a particular room, or it might be a particular hall. Wherever we deploy this sensor, we get that we get the values of that particular area, right? My temperature and my humidity. Now with this what happens, I get this values for, we can set that is in our hand, we can set it for every hour, or we can set it for every 2 hours or something like this. We get the values, like if you take a case where I set, I have deployed my DHT11 sensor in my room, okay, and I am collecting the data for every 1 hour, the temperature of my room and my temperature, sorry, the value of my humidity, I'm collecting every hour, right? So that what happens, for my every hour, my sensor gives me the data. With that, what happened? That means I'm collecting the data of a, a day in a hour period, right? So that is known as collecting the data, where we get accurate data, not the assumption data. We get the accurate data with our sensors. Now, are you clear? Like the person who has asked me. Yes. So now open for the questions for next 2 minutes. So how many people are having some doubts in this particular 5 points? Last point is a new revenue stream. As I've told you in a fourth point, where customers, the customer will be engaged along with that medical representative, right? When he is not losing that particular customer, that means his engagement is there, and the revenue what he get, revenue nothing but our money, right? The money or the profit. Say if the customer is, if he is not losing the customer, then he will not, for definitely he will not be losing the revenue of it, right? That is the fourth last point. When you add Umber, we have sensors kind of thing. So with that you can measure like how many, what the quantity of our medicines are there. Or for example, I can say water level sensor. We have a water level sensor where we can measure the level of our water. For everything we have sensors, guys. So shall I continue? Shall I proceed with the next step? Sorry, next slide. Yeah. So as you people are from first years, I'll not be diving in much deeper into this IoT. Okay. How many of you are here aware of the cloud? What is cloud, and how many types of cloud services are there to us? Raise your hands, not yes and type of things. Just raise your hands. 1, 2, 4. Okay, I can see very low, very minimal members. That is 4 to 5 only I can see here. Okay, we have SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. IaaS. Okay, we have these 3 kind of services in our cloud. Am I right, guys? The people who have known about the cloud. Am I right? Yes, right. So that is the reason why I'll not be diving much deeper into this IoT. Okay, I'll just what I feel for the first years, which will be better, that information I'll give you today. Okay, but not the deeper one, right? So let me move with our next slide. Okay, this is something like that. Okay, what are you seeing? What are you able to see on your screens now? A reading lamp, right? You are able to see a reading lamp. Yeah, it might be light or lamp or a reading lamp. Okay, so now what happens before adding some IoT application, like before giving some smartness to it? What happens? We have to on and off our light manually, right? From our hands, we have to go, we have to on it, and we have to off it, right? Now after applying this IoT to it, or after giving some smartness to it, what happens? We can do many things with this. This light can be on. Guys, who has unmuted the mic? Okay. So after adding and smartness or IoT, yeah, that we can do. When that we can, of course, we can add when the levels, we can set the levels to it. Whenever the room darkness is up so and so level, then the light should be off, and then light should be on. That, of course, that we can do. Even we can control the light, the lamp or the light with our mobile phones, right? smart ACs, where you can operate all the things with your mobile. Yes, yes, smart lights, or smart street lights, smart cities, all these kind of things are what these are all applications of our IoT. Yeah, you can't say like only it can be operated only with Google Assistant, where it can be operated by any, but most of the people uses Google Assistant, so you people go with the Google Assistant only. We have many things where we with which we can basically operate our devices from our phone, or from our home itself. Okay, apart from this, all these applications what are mentioned in this slide, like this slide, this is the one which I was telling you for explaining that 5 points, the medical box thing. This is something how you have already seen. Okay, now I'll not take all these things, I'll not take all these things, guys. I'll just explain you clearly with a normal and a general example. Okay, how many of you are now sitting with your water bottles? Respond me in the chat. Like how many? Okay, you people might be in your homes, and you might not be sitting for of course the guy who is named as loading, please change your name, or please change your name to your original name, or I have to remove you from the meet otherwise. Okay, and please be specific and maintain the decorum. So you guys might be sitting with your homes, and you might not be sitting along with your water bottle, and as we be operating from our offices now, we have our water bottle on our table all the time, right? Now see, now to take the live example, which I'm now I'm delivering the session to you, right? I start from 3 or 3:10, I take up to 6 o'clock, right? Or 5:50, whatever it might be. Approx I take the sessions around 2 hours 15 minutes to 3 hours, right? So in these 3 hours or 2 hours to 50 minutes, I don't use my water bottle, right? I don't touch my water bottle. So in that, what happens in this, in your case, it is just 3 hours, or 2.5, 2 hours 50 minutes, right? For in a case where we have sessions from a start of the day to the end of the day, where so there might be a chances where we don't even drink water, right? So there, what happens when we apply some, before applying this IoT to our water bottle, what happens? It's just a normal water bottle, right? I fill my water bottle, I keep there my water bottle whenever I feel thirst, or whenever I remember, no, I have to drink water, then I take the bottle and I drink the water, right? So apart from all these things, if I add some some sensors to it, or if I make that water bottle a smarter, then what happens? Then what happens? See, now I sit with the smart water bottle along with me, right? So I set a time, something like every half an hour, or every 1 hour, it will be reminding me, like it will be reminding me about a water, right? That I should drink the water, right? Yes, the reminder one. More, what are the things I can do if I add that particular bottle? Like if I make that particular bottle smarter, more, what are the things it can be doing? So reminder is a answer I got from Rudrika Singh. That's great. No more. What are the things which we can apply to that water? Yes, Rishi, you are right. Temperature of our water, that can be also measured. And what else we can do? Yeah, level of the water. Yeah, that's right. I already have got the quantity from Mushina and Amber as well. Right, we can do many things with that water bottle by adding a smartness to it, right? That is a live example of our IoT. why IoT and what is IoT, all kind of things. There, what we are doing, we are making the device to communicate with us. Before that, of course, the device communicate with us, but if I want that notifications to be in my mobile, or uh, all the things, if I want that water notifications, or water data to be stored, like how many times I'm drinking a day, how many liters of water I'm drinking in a day, all kind of stuff can be stored in the cloud, right? And it can be stored into my uh, application as well. So what happens, how do I get this data to my application? How do I get this? I get this because my device communicates with the cloud, right? From my device or my sensor, my data goes to my cloud. From my cloud, I get that value to my application, right? This entire process is known as Internet of Things. That is where in the definition, it is stated that everyday things, like, you can see here, the everyday things are embedded with electronics, softwares and sensors to the internet, along with the internet, to enable the data, like, to exchange and enable the data. Have you understood now the definition proper? Exactly. Have you all understood? You're clear with IoT now, right? What is IoT? Or, if anyone asks you what is the application of this IoT, you can tell, right? Yeah, Raspberry Pi is a board where we use it, it to connect with the sensors, and the programming will be given to it in language called Python. No, sorry, I don't take Raspberry Pi in depth now. I don't have that much time, basically. To take all this live sessions, and to take all these things very deeper, I want some days for only IoT, not a single day or not a 3 hours of session can do all the things. So in this 3 hours of session, we can give the overview, and we can demonstrate you small applications of IoT, but not the complete depth of IoT. Okay, we need 3 to 4 days to complete this, to give the knowledge, complete knowledge on this IoT. We need 3 to 4 days of time, the full days, not 3 hours or 2 hours, full day, 3 hours, full 3 days, or full 4 days. And that time we can explain you Raspberry Pi, we explain you Arduino, we explain the coding. Even you people will be, connecting all your sensors. You'll be working basically with all the hardwares, all the sensors in your real time, if you give that 4 days and 4 full days to us, right? So keeping all that aside, let us come back to our topic again. So these are some of the applications where you can, apply this IoT in. Your IoT is something like home automations, energies, environment, agricultures, logistics, hairstyle, smart cities and industries. All these things are where we can apply our IoT in. Okay, so if you want, you can take a small screenshot of the particular slide. If someone asks what are the applications, then you will be understanding in a better way. These are, some fields where we can apply our IoT. Now coming to the architecture. So rather than going to this architecture, I'll go with the other architecture in a deeper. This you just in this slide, guys, you just remember the on your right side you have some square boxes, right? Devices, communication, cloud platform, and applications, right? You just remember these things. You just remember these things. Rest I'll take all these things. I can't tell all these things, but I'll explain your architecture, which is in some other PPT, which gives you a clear idea. Okay, so now these devices, what happens in our IoT? First, from our devices we code, okay, we code some, some blah blah blah, and then we connect our hardware devices, right? From our sensors, we communicate using cloud to applications, right? I have told you, for weather monitoring, which we'll be doing now, we'll take the data from my sensor and I'll push this data to my application. How does this data comes from my sensor to my applications? In between we have a cloud. Why this cloud? What happens with the cloud? My device and my cloud gets communications, and like it has some communication channels here, guys. Communication, why we have mentioned this is we have a channels there, we have a gateways there, some protocols, something like MQTT, HTTPS protocols. How many of you are aware of this MQTT and HTTPS protocols? We have many things, but majorly for this IoT we go with MQTT. Okay, yeah, many of you will be aware of HTTPS, but for major of our IoT applications, we go with MQTT protocols. Okay, with that communications, it communicates to cloud, and from that cloud, we get our data to our applications. Okay, this is some small architecture of our IoT. Okay, so now let's move on to this slide, prototyping hardwares. So basically someone asked me what is Raspberry Pi. You can see here Raspberry Pi here, guys. These are Arduino, Raspberry Pi, Intel editions. These are some some boards, X boards. Majorly we go with this Arduino and Raspberry Pi. And in this as well, now we go with ESP8266. Okay, so now, and these are the some kind of softwares where we code the things. Make a note of this, guys. This will be very useful for you. All the softwares and prototyping hardwares. Arduino software used for Arduino boards. LoRa, we have Tiny OS, we have Raspberry, and we have many more. Then shall I move to the architecture, which I basically wanted to explain you people. So till now, are you clear with the session? Amber, it depends, like when you go with the major things, you will many of the people prefer to use Arduino, and the people who are aware of Python coding, they go with this Raspberry Pi. For sorry guys, according to our terms and conditions, we don't share our PPTs with anyone, not even with students. These are the PPTs which we make by ourselves. We don't share it with anyone. Okay. So see the guy who has asked me, but I don't remember the name. In Arduino, we use C embedded C. We have a language called embedded C. We use that, and for Raspberry Pi, I've mentioned that we use Python. Okay. Basically, when you are a beginner, you come with you deal with Arduino only. Majorly the institutions also who have the subject called IoT, they deal with this Arduino only, Arduino softwares, where they use embedded C. The people who are from EC background, you people will be mainly dealing with this Arduino. It's not 100% similar. We have some different difference in C and embedded C. So shall I move on? So I'm changing the slide. Now, after this architecture, guys, we'll be moving on to our hands-on session. That is why I need, I wanted to tell you all guys about this architecture of IoT. Are you all able to see this slide? The red colored boxes, right? Not any other slides you are able to see. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. So, guys, to tell a cloud which is best suitable for our IoT, we required all these things in that cloud basically. Okay, that cloud should provide all these things to tell that yeah, this cloud is suitable for our IoT. All these things should be provided. The first and foremost thing is connectivity and normalizations. What is this connectivity and normalizations? Connectivity and normalizations is nothing but I all these things you'll be seeing when I demonstrate you. Okay, connectivity is nothing but my sensor my sensor, that is device, should be able, like it should permit us to connect with our cloud, right? That is how I told you we have a communication channels, like we have some gateways, we have some protocols, that is MQTT, HTTP protocols. That communication channel, or that communication medium should be provided by that cloud. Then it that is the for and foremost thing, okay, to tell that cloud is basically supported for IoT, the best cloud for IoT. If any of these points, if the cloud is missing, or the service provider is missing, then we can't tell that that platform is basically used for IoT. Then you best for IoT. Okay, so then we have at a second point, we have device management. Now what is this device management? What we do in this device management, in this device management, what we do is some kind, now in your for example, in now you will be using, most of you might be using your Android phones, right? In your Androids you install some XYZ applications, for that applications you get some updates kind of things to you through your Play Store, right? Am I right? Whenever you get some updations things, what you do, you update them, right? That means your Play Store, or your device is allowing you to update that particular application, right? Yes or no? In the same way, here in a clouds, or the service provider should be able to give us the permit to for the updations, or managing our security levels. All this should be given by the service provider to us. Okay, understood the connectivity and normalization and device management. Are you clear with this both? Yep. So next thing comes processing and action management. Now what? Processing and action management. Now, as I told, when I was explaining you about DHT, that I'll be taking, improved data collection. In that point, I told you something like, I'll be collecting the data for every hour. I set a time called every hour. That is nothing but I am taking some action on my processing, or taking some action on my device, right? I'm setting some time period to it, right? That flexibility also should be given to us by the provider, right? Clear with the third point? Yeah. So next comes our data visualization. Now what about this data visualization? Here what happens guys is, I get my sensor values to the cloud, right? I get my values from my sensors, uh, wagera values I'll be getting. Now here what it should be done, it should the service provider should allow me to plot the graph, to plot the visualizations regarding the if I have some two sensors and I'm receiving the data of these two sensors, my provider should allow me to analyze, or to plot the graph of the values what I am getting. That is known as data visualization. Whatever the data we get, the provider should uh, give us rights to visualize the data. We have a quote where uh, text don't speak much, but your visualization and all kind of speaks more. When you give some, when you plot some visualizations and all kind of thing, guys, rather than telling, rather than typing the text, or rather than telling the words for 100 times, if you show that visualization once or twice, the person will be understanding, right? That is how our data, basically visualization works. Why do we do the visualization? Is that thing to understand the things better way. By seeing, we'll be understanding, oh, what's happening there. So are you clear with that data visualization? Next comes analytics. What happens here? Now I have my data collected. I told you, right? I have my temperature and humidity collected from DHT11, right? I have my data collected with me. Now what I have to do with this data? What I can do with this data? I have to analyze it, right? I'll be analyzing the data which I have collected. How do I do this analytical process? Yep. I use the data for some prediction kind of things, or it might be anything, but majorly what we do, let to explain you in a clear way, we do predictions, right? I told you in when I was explaining machine learning, we take the decades of data and predict the future. In the same way, with today's data, I can predict like tomorrow what will be the temperature and all kind of things, right? That provider should give us freedom to mix, to compare both technologies, or to interact the both technologies, should allow us to integrate the both technologies, right? Have you understood what is analytics here? To analyze the data what we have taken from our sensors, right? Yes. So next thing comes additional features again. Okay, see guys, here in my IoT I'll be collecting the data, right? I'll collect the data of my temperature. Now with use of this temperature, I can even predict, I can even predict the tomorrow's temperature, right? With the help of machine learning. Can I do or not, Amber? Yes, right? So to do this, my service provider should allow me to integrate this IoT and ML, right? When I can, if without this permissions, or without these rights of integrating IoT and ML, can I do the predictions? Or can I analyze the data? No, right? That is where my provider should allow me to do such kind of things. Then only then only I'll be having use of taking the data, right? Collecting the data. Now did you understand number why the analytics? Yep, thank you. Now comes to additional features. Additional features are nothing but, guys, our provider allowing us to build an applications. For the past, when you taken like yesterday's session, it might be for dev first session it might be. You have in ML session, basically you have developed an web application, right? Have you developed or not with the use of Node-RED? Right, that flexibility should be given by the provider, where we can build some applications for the device. That is known as additional features. Prototyping is nothing but building, building applications, making them, managing the applications and kind of things. Then have you all understood till additional tools? Now coming to our external interfaces. External interfaces are nothing but integration of our third party services. Something like we integrate our API keys to make our visualizations better, or even to execute our the provider should give the access to execute the lines, or the code in our SDKs and kind of things. That is known as external features, external interfaces. Then have you all understood? Basically the web applications which we make, the it might be, or any application it might be, the applications which we make, to that applications it should be it should allow us to allow some, to provide this API keys and all kind of stuff. What we have done in our ML model, we have applied a API key, yes or no? In the same way. Yep. Now comes the big boss of all things, that is database. Do you think whatever I told now will be possible without this database? No, right? We need database for everything. So that should be also provided by the service provider. Now, are you clear with this all IBM IoT platform architecture? This is the platform architecture, not IoT architecture. Okay, the IoT architecture is what I have told you: device, connectivity, cloud platform, and application. That is known as your IoT architecture, and this particular architecture is your platform architecture. To tell something, now we'll be using IBM IoT platform, right? To now, to certify that platform whether it is suitable or not for our IBM, we sorry, to whether it is suitable or not for to provide these IoT services, we need to have all these things. We need to have all these things. Then only it is said, yes, it is a provider. It is the best provider of our IoT. Right, clear? Are you all clear with this IoT platform architecture, guys? Yes. No. Now let's move to our hands-on session. Login into your cloud, guys. What makes you? What looks complicated here, Amber? So, Amber, you are from EC or CSC? Okay, then no issues. Our we CEC people feel the same way, but when you dive into these technologies and when you start learning these technologies, you don't feel some complicated kind of things. Okay, have you all logged into your IBM cloud accounts? Yep, thanks. So now just click on your catalogs. The people who have created IBM IoT service already don't do these steps. The people who have not created your IBM IoT service, please follow the steps what I do. Clear? Once you log into your IBM accounts and come to your catalog page, just search for Internet of Things. Sure, I'll be waiting for a minute. Today, am I teaching fast or slow? Should I even slow or maintain the same space? Yeah, thanks. Shall I proceed or wait? Yeah. So now, once you search for your Internet of Things platform, you will be onto this page, guys. Okay. Then click on option called Create. Yep. Aman, I have already told you guys, right? If you people have already created your service of IoT, don't create it again, or don't follow the step what I do. I told this in the beginning itself. Okay, the people who have created your service before this session can find your service in this. But the names will not be same. It will be different for all. Okay, so guys, who have created this service well before this session can find your IoT service created under this service section. To launch that, follow the steps what I do. Click on service section in your dashboard. Then you will be finding a service name called Internet of Things. Just open it in a new tab. Then you all will be onto a page which I am. Done? Are you all onto this page? Yes. So now just click on launch. Once you click on launch, it will ask for re-login. Just re-login with the same credentials you have logged in your IoT platform. Click on sign in on your top right. Yes. Once you log in, you will be shown this page. Are you all onto this page, guys? Chalo. On your right top, just click on this and you will find something like this. So the ID will not be same. The ID will be different for all. Just click on that ID or blue pricks free. Once you click on that ID, you will be onto this page. Are you all onto this page? Yep. So first foremost, what it was connectivity, right, in our IoT platform architecture, right? Now here, what we do is our first and foremost step is to create a device. Guys, I have initially in the beginning of the session, I told you, right, that we don't have real-time hardware with us at now. We'll be dealing with simulators. Okay, to deal with this simulator, guys, we need to create a device first. Now to create a device, on your right top you have an option called add device, right? Just click on that add device. Done. Clicked. Have you all clicked? So once you click on your add device, you will be asked for device type. Just give any name. I am giving as node MCU, and my device ID I am giving as 12345. And once you give your device type and device ID, just click on next. These all information is not required to us, guys. When we deal with a real-time hardware, and when we deal with a real-time projects, huge projects, then we give all this stuff. For now, this stuff we can neglect. So directly click on next. Then here you will be asked for an authentication token. Just set an password, some password to it. I'm stopping the screen. You can set a password to it. I'll set a password and I'll say share the screen. Okay, done. Once you set your password, just click on next. Then you will be landed onto this page. Are you all onto this page? So much where you are stuck. And before clicking on to finish, let's keep our notepads ready with us. You can use that password, Harsh, if you want. That is not my actual password. Device info. What are the terms it is asking there, Amber? Is it asking? Okay. Let me create the device again from the start. And Harsh, why are you interested that much interested in my password, basically? So Mansh, are you on this page or a beginning of our dashboard? Okay. So the people, I'm again repeating the same steps. For after this, I'll not be repeating it again. Okay. On your right top, you have an option called add device. Click on add device. Okay. Once you click on add device, you will be on to this page, onto this page. There it will ask for device type and device ID. Just give some random name. I am giving as node MCU and my device ID as 123. And then click on next. You will be asked for this info. Need to give this info. You can skip the page. Okay. Click on next. Here you need to give some token, give some random token. Okay. Or if you leave also, it's fine. It will assign the token. Okay. Then just click on finish. So guys, this organization ID, device type, and device ID, authorization method, authorized token. Just copy these things. Okay, just copy these things to your notepad. Then have you all copied these things, the information to your notepad? Until here? Harshit, be a bit fast. What about the rest of the guys? Anil, Amber, and all the other guys. Are you all done? Shreyans, please unmute yourself. Sorry, mute yourself. Yep. So then we have created our devices now. Okay. Go back to the page called devices. Okay. Now what we have to do? Now here you can see my device has been added here, right? My device ID, I've just created a device, right? That is 123. And my type was node MCU. You can see my device has been created here. The same you will be able to see in your dashboards as well. Are you able to see? So now on your left, you have some options, right? There, just go to your security. Then to your connection security. Then are you all onto this page? Here you have TLS with authentication, right? Just change it to TLS optional and click on OK, and then click on save. Then have you all done this? Go to your security. There you will be finding connection security. Click on that edit option, then change the security to TLS optional. Then go to your app section. Ignore the warnings, click on OK and click on save. Once you are done, please acknowledge so that I can proceed further. Go to your security section. In your security section, you will be finding connection security. There, click on your edit option, change that TLS with token authority to TLS optional. TLS stands for transport layer security. Okay. We are changing this to optional. Yep, thanks for your confirmation to proceed. Then click on your apps, guys. Click on your apps. Once you click on your apps, you will be finding an option called generate API key on your top. Just click on this generate API key. Don't give any description, just click on next. Here to this visualization application, just change it to standard application. Change this visualization application to standard application and then click on generate key. Have you all clicked? And the same, guys, these generation details to be copied. This will not be available again. Have you all copied these steps? Done till here? Then click on close and go back to your devices. Now here, when you come back to your devices page, you have an option called device simulator here, right? A device simulator. Or before that, let's go with this. I'll give a small simulator. Let's connect our IBM IoT simulator to take the values of temperature, humidity, and object temperature. I'm just giving the link to navigate to this in your chat. Just receive that. I've sent a link in your chat. Please save that link, guys. Now here, to connect my device with this sensor or with this simulator, I need my device credentials, right? These credentials are Pranav, you need to delete your service and recreate the service. What error you people are getting? Okay, so to connect this simulator, you need this device credentials. Okay, you need this device credentials. Amber, you need to also recreate your IBM IoT service. Okay, now here to give this device credentials, we have this device credentials saved in our notepads, right? Just give the organization ID from this notepad. Copy the organization ID from this notepad, give it here. And then your device ID. Copy the device ID from here, give it here. and then Shreyans, I have given the link in the chat to get onto this page. Please use that link. Give my device ID there, and then what is asking for? Device token. Device token is nothing but your authentication token here. Just give that and click on save changes. Here you can see I am my simulator, that sensor simulator is connected with my device. How can I know? On the top, I am getting my device ID there, right? On the top here, you can see 123 was my device ID. Now I am getting the device ID, and the same thing here, you can see the status is connected now. How many members, how many of you are done till here? For how many members it is showing connected? So now what we have done is we have created a device, and to that device we have connected our simulator. Okay. Now when you click on the drop down beside the checkbox, you have an option called recent events. Just click on the option called recent events. Even the events you can see here, right? My name of the device, and then temperature, humidity, it is showing here. When you click on this, you will get the data, complete data. This is in the form of JSON format. Okay. So now let me change the values here. Now you can see, let me show you. The temperature is 16, humidity is 77, and object temperature is 26, right? Now let me change the values. Then you can see the change there. My temperature I am increasing to 22. My humidity I am decreasing, and then my object temperature I am increasing. So you can see my object temperature is 32, my humidity is 70, my temperature is 23, right? Now the same values even you can find here. See, my temperature is 23, my humidity is 70, and my object temperature is 32. How many of you are getting this data? Guys, after connecting your device, that is your sensor, you will get your device ID here. If your device ID is been displayed here, that means you have connected your sensor to your device successfully. Okay, done. Are you all done till this phase? Did you all give your credentials here, connected your device? Saying not connected in the sense you have given some wrong information, right? Then go to your IBM IoT platform. Okay, initially your platform will be something like this. Okay, your status will be connected over here. Your status will be connected over here. Okay, to see the data which is coming from my sensor, you need to click on this drop down, which is beside your checkbox. Just click on the drop down. Okay, clicked. Have you all clicked on the drop down, and are you all onto this page which I am? Yes, if ID is shown, then come back to your device, this IBM IoT platform. Okay, then go to your number one, check your recent events or refresh your page. Now, when you click on this recent events, you can find the data which is coming from my IBM IoT sensor. See my here my temperature is 23, my humidity is 70, and my object temperature is 32. The same values I can find here. The temperature is 23, the humidity is 70, and the object temperature is 32. Then am I finding the same values? Now let me change these values even. I am decreasing my temperature, object temperature to 20, my humidity even, and my temperature even. Now you can see I have changed the values to 17, 63 and 20. Now this you need to find here. Are you all able to see here? Temperature 17, humidity 63 and object temperature 20. The changes what you make in your sensor will be able to see in your device, in your recent events. Are you all able to do this? Amber, check your recent events. If you have given the correct credentials and all, then you will definitely get. In simple words, Somanch, I have told you I am creating a device. Now this device I am connecting to a sensor. That is my simulator sensor. Okay, that I have done now. What are the values you are able to see there? You are able to see temperature. You are able to see humidity. Are you able to see your object temperature? If you want Lucknow's temperature so much, get your hardware. We'll check your Lucknow's temperature. Okay. Then guys, have you all understood till here? Here we have created a device, and we have you know given the we have connected our sensor to that device. Pratik, I have repeated the step twice. I can't repeat more than this. Please continue with what I am doing now. Okay. Now, while I was telling you about the IBM IoT platform architecture, I told you my provider should allow me to visualize my data. Haven't I? Did I tell you or not? Let's do that visualization now. Okay. Now here you have an option called boards. Do you have on your left side? Yes, right? Just click on that boards. Now on your right top, you have an option called create a new board. Just click on a new board, create a new board. Give the name to it. Let us give weather, temperature, or weather monitoring. Okay, let me give us monitoring and then click on next. Don't do anything, don't do any changes. Just click on submit. Board is nothing but your white paper. Okay. Okay, now here you can see with the name of monitoring, I have created a board which is being saved here, right? Done. Have you all created your boards? I have just given name and click next and then submitted. Did not change anything anywhere. Right? Just click on that board. Then you will have an option to add new card. Just click on that new card. Here, now it's our wish to use the graph. Whatever graph we want, we can choose that. Okay. Let me go with this gauge node. Okay. Once you select the graph which you want, then you need to select the device. Why we need to select the device? I should get the data, right? To get that data, from where I'll get the data? My device and my sensors are connected, right? That's what we need to select my device. Okay, once you select your device, just click on next. Here, then select on this event name. Under plus, you will have the event name, guys. Select that event name, and then the text is, the type is number or text. It might be any. Okay, let me go with number, as my temperature is under numbers, right? And my units is centigrades. We can, this is up to our wish. Okay, as we are using the simulator. Okay, then go to my max temperature. I am giving as 60. Okay, just click on next, and here you can see my visualization will be loaded now. Yeah, if yours has loaded, that's fine. Yeah, it is nothing, showing nothing, because we our device, our values are static, right? I mean, the values are stable, it's not changing, right? That's what it is not showing, like it's not printing the line graph. Okay, this is how something you can create your graph. If you want the graph, let me create a simulator and show you. Just a second, I'll create a simulator for you and I'll show you the exact result. Device simulator. Okay, let me run the simulator here, create a simulator, node MCU. Guys, these steps you don't do, I'm just showing you. Temperature 60. Okay. IoT, and then save. User registered device. Create simulator. Send. Now let me go to the boards, to monitors, line chart. Here have create a device right now, node MCU, a registered simulator. I'm just selecting that, then clicking on create a device. Event is IoT, properties temperature, and then numbers. The units is degree centigrade, and the max temperature is 60. And then clicking on next. I hope now it should work. Right? You can see the graph. Are you all able to see the graph? This is how we can plot the graphs as well here. The visualization of data can be done. Understood, guys? Have you all understood till here? Yep. Now, shall we create our web application for the same? Yep. So what I'll be doing is, guys, you two along with me build this, you know, simulator where you can find all these graphs and all the things. Along with me, you two build. See, it looks good, right? When we use our chats visualization part. Okay. In this device, I'll add some other things as well. Now, comma. I'll give this code to you. I'll give this code to you guys. Don't worry, okay? Humidity. Random values from 0 to 80. Okay, I'm just creating temperature and humidity simulator. Okay, click on save. This I'm stopping, or let me delete that entire. Just remove from the platform. I told I'll be sharing you the code, right? Have you all created your simulators, guys? Okay, not created. Yeah. I'll repeat. Just a second. Just give me a second. Yep. So here you can see I'm getting my temperature, my humidity as well, right? Are you all able to see this? Okay. For now the steps to create your device simulator is, guys, just disconnect or delete. Sorry, not delete. Just remove. Close the tab which we have opened. That is IBM IoT simulator. Okay. Now here you have an option called device simulator. Are you all able to see this option on your screens, device simulator? Just on that, just click on on that. Let me do along with you people. Let me delete all these things from here. Just remove all from platform. Let me just a second. I'll do along with you guys. Okay. Initially your things will be something like this. Okay, device simulator will be off. Just on this device simulator, when you on this device simulator, you will be finding a beneath a thing like 0 simulators running. Are you all able to find this 0 simulators running? Yes, right? Just click on that 0 simulator running and then click on this create a simulator. Did you click on create a simulator? Then select your NodeMCU device. Okay. And here in the event type name, just give as IoT sensor. Did you change that event 1 to IoT sensor? Done this thing. On your top, you will find a event type name. There you just change it to IoT sensor. And then in this place, just give the code. Just give the code which I am giving now in chat. Control A, click on this editor, Control A, Control V. Done. Have you all done till here? Just click on save. Okay. Here it will be asking something like this. Just on that. For you, just use this use registered device. Click on that use registered device and select 1, 2, 3. You know your device ID, which will be in your drop down. Are you all getting the events? Are you all getting the events like this? Okay. See guys, once you paste your code, you click on save there, right? Once you click on save, you will have a empty bar over here. Just click on that empty bar, then you will get a drop down. Select, or you know, before that, just click on this use registered device. Once after clicking on save, just click on this use registered device. Once you click on this use registered device, you will get something like this drop down. Just select the drop down ID. You will have a small ID there. Just select that ID, then your events will start running. That means your simulator starts running. Done. Are you all getting? Only two. What about others? Guys, be a bit fast, please. Unable to save. You know, if your code is wrong, you will not be able to save, guys. Just paste the exact code. Just Control A and Control V. Sorry. Give the code, proper code. If you are not getting events, this refresh once. Here you will be finding the number of events it is sending. Refresh the page once. Now to the guys who events are coming, just let's create a visualization quickly and move to our web applications. I hope you all know how to create your visualization, right? Right. humidity sensor, humidity, raise, something kind of XYZ numbers, and that's Aditya, have you created a device? Have you registered a device there? Not able to submit. Where you are not able to submit? Okay, if you are not able to do this visualization, not an issue, but you need to get these events, guys. If you get these events, only you can build your web application. Are you all getting these recent events? Please respond or I'll be proceeding further. What about the rest people? I can't see. I can see only replies, 3 replies here. Yep. So now let's go back to our dashboard and launch our Node-RED. Guys, just quickly launch your Node-REDs. Amber, create a device simulator. Just go again to your YouTube itself. You'll be finding the steps to create device simulator. Create the device simulator. I have created device simulator before. See, you'll get recent event, something like this. Amber, take the code from here. Again, I'll not be having the code. Take the code. Okay. Amber, just keep this code. Go to your node YouTube. You will be finding where to place this code. Guys, have you all launched your Node-REDs? Please respond. Yes, I'll wait for a minute. It's 5. I'll start at 5:02. I'll start the session again. Until that, please launch your Node-REDs and check whether your recent events you are getting the recent events or not. Sumant, it is picking the data from your device simulator. We are connecting our device and our device simulators, right? From there, it is taking the device. Sorry, values. Nitin, you will be finding every flow what you are creating in your Node-RED. So I hope you all guys launched your web application, that is Node-RED service. Can I start? So now go to your navigation page. Sorry, go to your navigation menu. There you will be finding an option called Manage Palette. Just click on that Manage Palette and then click on Install. Search for IBM IoT. Then have you all searched something like this, IBM IoT? Yes, right? Nitin, this is not the session of visual recognition. Please don't distract me. Okay. Now you have an option called install here. You need to install this IBM IoT app. Okay, you have an option called install. Just click on this install and then click on install. Install the IBM IoT node. Yep. So now once you install your IBM IoT node, in your node section, just search for IBM IoT and drag this IBM IoT node to your flow. Done? Have you all dragged it? Then have you all done? Yes. This input one. Now the out. I will need IBM IoT in. Then have you all dragged this? Okay. So double click on this node. Double click on this IBM IoT node. Then in this authentication, just change it to API key. Change the authentication from quick start to API key. Then have you all changed this? Then just click on this edit button on your API column. To your API column, we have a drop down and we said that we have an edit button, right? Just click on that edit button. And there, just give your API key and your API token, which we have saved in our notebook. Here we have our API key and our API token, right? Just copy this API key. Copy this API key. Oh, shit. And paste it over here. And then the same thing with your API token. Then have you all copied this API key and API token? Then we have an option called server name, right? there you just give your organization ID, which we have saved in our notepad, just like I am doing it. Just take this organization ID from here, copy this organization ID, save it there, sorry, paste it there, then type comma your organization ID comma messaging 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 dot internet of things dot IBM cloud .com. I'll do one thing. I'll just paste everything there from dot to till com. I'll just paste everything. Just give your organization ID and paste whatever I have given you in the chat. Once you are done, please let me know. What about rest people? I can see only one reply has done. No, everything is dot, not comma. Done. Then click on update. Done. You will be onto this page again. Are you all on the same page which is visible on your screen? I mean, on the same page which I am. Yep. So then keep this as device events. Don't change this to device or something else. Just keep it as device event. Okay. There, just give your device ID, which is there in our notepad. Copy, paste, device type. Oh, sorry. In the place of device ID, just give your device ID. In place of your device type, give your device type. And then click on done. And then click on deploy. You should get something like this, connected. Have you all got connected? Done. Good. So now what we will be doing, we will check in which format we are getting our output. Okay. How to check that? Just drag a debug node onto my flow editor and then connect my IBM IoT device to this debug node as I am doing it. Just connect and click on deploy. And then just click on this bug type. When you click on this bug, you will be getting your values. Okay. Are you all getting something like this? Are you all able to see your output on your console or developer window? Yes, right? Now this is in a JSON format. We can't give this JSON format to our charts, right? So let us use a function node. Let us drag the function node onto our editor and double click your function node, write something as message dot payload equals to message dot payload dot, just copy the path from here and paste the path here. Done? Did you do this? Done? Have you all created this function node? Yes. So again, drag a function node there, one more function node for our humidity. The same thing again. Message dot payload equals to message dot, then copy the path of this humidity and paste it over there and click on done. Divyansh, are you getting your node as connected? Are you getting your node as connected? Yes, right? Then you see that your debug window is in on. Your debug window must be on like this. It should be out of sight, not something like this. Okay, it should be out of sight and you have to deploy it. Okay. Nitin, if you're not getting connected, just click on this all and then click on done. Your device will be getting connected. If you have provided your proper API key and authentication token, then it will be get connected. So the rest people, have you all written these two function nodes there? Have you all written these two function nodes? Right? Now just remove the connection between this IBM IoT node and our debug node. Connect the connections, like give the connection as I am giving now. Connect our IBM IoT node to our function nodes and then to our debug window. And then click on deploy. Now you can see we are getting our temperature in a normal format, not in a JSON format. Delete that node and give that the node again, Mr. Divyansh. And then are you all getting in this way, guys? Are you all getting as I am getting? Done. Good. Now let's add some visualization to it. Okay. Let's go with a gauge node. Drag this gauge node here. Connect this gauge node, first function node to this gauge node. Double click on this gauge node. Have you all dragged your gauge node first of all? Guys, I'll not repeat again, please. Have you all, have you all dragged your gauge node? Yep, right. So just click on this edit button there in a group 2. Just give IoT given, and then in a tab name, in the tab name, just give, or here name, just give as sensor values and then Under beside your tab drop down, you have a edit button. Just click on that and replace this home with IoT data, and click on update, then update. Done. Have you all done till here? Your group name should be something like this. If you have given the same as I given, the group name and the home name, sorry, the tab name. Done, guys? Are you all done till here? I see only one response. What about the others? Yep. So now let's change the label to temperature. Okay. Let's change the label to temperature. Give the max value as 60. Color gradient as green, or you can select a blue. Units, degree, centigrade. Okay. And then click on done. And then click on deploy. Let's check whether we are getting the gauge or not in your UI. You're getting, right? Oman, nothing will be printed after, between 60 to 100, because at the time of device creation of device simulator, we have given the max temperature as 60 only, right? Then we'll get the values till 60, not apart from that, we'll not be getting the values. Done. How many are you like how many of you people are getting the same as I am getting? Done. So Manj, please check the values, like are you given in the same way or not? All the values here. Now let's build the similar gauge needle node. See guys, so much first, the node name is a gauge node. Okay, that's not a needle node, that's a gauge node. The node is this, which I am showing you. This is the thing. Function. Okay, this is the function node of your temperature. Okay, let me give the function node code completely. Second line will be same. The first line just copy. Second line will be printed whenever you drag your function node, second line will be there, pre-built code there. Just in the first line, give this line. Same with the humidity function node. Let me give this code to you in a chart. Okay, now let's build the gauge node for our humidity. Come here, change the label to humidity. The max value, let's keep as 100, or no, I have given as 80, right? Let's keep as 80, and then hello or green. Hello. And done. Click on deploy. Now you can find. Okay. humidity, size is auto, size क्या है? 6x4, done. Then are you all done with these two gauge nodes of weather and humidity? Of temperature and humidity. Now let's change this gauge node to a line chart. Okay. Compass. Okay, you can change it. Let us try something different today. Chart node. Let me connect this chart node to temperature. Line chart. 0 to 60. Click on done. I'll get the line chart. Done. The graph, the labels, what we have done are sample one, guys. This what we have created is a sample weather, weather application. See, I'm getting a line chart as well. Let me name it to temperature chart. Then you can see the same thing in a chart also, chart format. Then are you all done till here, guys? Have you all understood this session, today's session? Amber, the thing will be only that if you are given wrong, then it will be disconnected. Rahul, check with the function notes. Check with the function notes. Did you get the values in your debug window, Rahul? Is your IoT device connected? That is the reason. Just once you get your IoT device connected, you will get everything. If you're not getting even, just check your function notes. You'll get. Okay. I did not give Grace Rajan. I did not give much things today. I just gave a small code which you can just save your chart, or let me save the chart and pass the file. Yeah, I have passed you the chart file. You can download that. Everything you will be able to see there. Guys, I'll be next 5 minutes with you. After that, I'll be ending the session. So if you have anything else, please ask. No, you can't. Anchal, just check the function node if you're not getting the temperature part, or just check whether your simulator is generating the temperature values or not. Anil, if you are done, if you don't have any queries, you can leave. Yes, guys, if you are done, then you can leave. Nitin, you have these flows, right? These flows are your previous works, what you have done. And if you want to see your outputs, you will be getting here a small menu, because I'm not getting, because I have disabled this. Let me show you. I'll enable this and I'll show you. Done, deploy. See, and then here. Huh? In the same way, you will be getting it. I don't know what happened to my device. Here in this menu, no, you'll be getting all the flow names. Okay. So I have some 33 participants with me at present. So guys, I'm just creating a small poll. Just rate our sessions from 1 to 5. I hope you can see the poll, guys. Sir, will there be any information about project we have to submit to get the certificate? So Aman, I'll do a thing. I'll just create a small meet again, where we can explain you, or let me tell you now itself, guys. You to get the project, to enroll into our projects, just log into this page, SmartInternz / IBM Build-A-Thon. The same thing I am giving you in the chat as well. Okay. Once you log into our website, when you scroll up beneath, you will be finding the project sections. Okay. In this project, you have around, some 20 or 30 projects you have here. You can select any one of them. For example, let me see this fashion product classifier using recognition, visual recognition. When you click on this enroll, you will be shown the project description, services to be used, and the architecture of that particular project. Okay. To enroll into our projects, you need to create your student account here. Once you create your students accounts, then you can enroll into our projects. Okay. Sorry, Pratik, even after saying that only I'll be able to tell you, not before that. Just a second, guys. Yes, I have launched the poll, guys. Ashu, we suggest to enroll only for one project. Yes, you can enroll for multiple projects, but you need to complete them. Yes, Somanch, I hope we will be providing you a mentor to guide you. Time limit for completing project, I'll inform you on Monday, if possible, please. I need to discuss with the team before giving some timeline. Have you all given your feedbacks? Or anyone yet to give? One is mandatory, Aman. Sorry, Pratik, I'm not yet informed about any webinars. It might be directly from IBM University Relations, I guess. Till now, we are not been informed anything. No, it's not a group project, guys. It's an individual project. All projects what you take are individual projects. So can I end the meet, guys? Sorry, can I end the poll and can I end the meet? share with so this is a result what we got our feedbacks. Yes, thanks for your time, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the sessions of all the 5 days. Yes, our the same the same link on our website. You will be finding all the projects what are made available for this Build-A-Thon. Yes, you can refer our YouTube videos at any time. They will be available lifelong. Yes, Node-RED URL is same for all projects. It never changes. Yep. I hope we can, end this meet now. Shivyans, the channel name is the Smart Bridge. Nitin, I hope you're not understanding. Node-RED is a place where you create different types of your UIs. Your flows. You'll have for every project you'll have a different flow. I've given our YouTube channel link as well. Yep. Thank you guys. Thank you for your time. Hope you had a good time all these 5 days. Yeah, we'll try to provide all that things. Sessions are over. Now it's time to build your projects. Yeah, thank you. No sessions. I'm ending the meet. Thanks, guys. Have a good day ahead. Yep, no sessions. Sessions are end.